Mike Mays in the WRAL Severe Weather Center. We're breaking into programming with a tornado warning that's occurring right now over southern Sampson County. Put the warning back up on the map. There you go. This tornado warning is for southeastern Sampson County. It is until 2:30, so we have about 15 minutes left until this is done. The tornado is located near Harrells, or about 9 miles southwest of Wallace, moving to the northwest at about 55 miles per hour. It is a radar indicated tornado. So let's zoom into that location and see what's going on. Highly rural area. So as we zoom on in, you can see the outline of the polygon there. That includes, as we get to Pender County, that warning has ended because now the cell has made its way into Sampson County. And this is the storm we're looking at. Not any lightning with it, but there is some rotation. Let me put on the velocities and let me turn off the warning so we can get a better idea of the rotation. So there we are. There is the rotation. There is the couplet. The green raindrops moving toward the radar site, which is located in Clayton, and then the reds are the raindrops moving away. So we're noticing a little bit of rotation on this storm. And this is all from Debby. Debby is located over the Atlantic right now. Top winds are at 65. And as these rain bands move on shore, they encounter the friction from the land. And sometimes we tend to see spin up tornadoes. And this is just one of them. And we will probably see more through the afternoon and even more so during the day tomorrow. We're actually under level 2 threat for severe weather in this location and a lot of eastern and central North Carolina for the day on Thursday as what is left of Debby, which would be a tropical depression, comes on in. So let me clear this off. Get a little closer look and see what's going on. This is right over Highway 421 in the southeastern part of Sampson County. We're talking about Newton's Crossroads, the Harrells community, Ezeltown, Clear Run, Shanghai. Now, if you can, get into an interior room or away from any windows. If there's flying debris, it'll hit the windows, shatter it. You could be hurt by that. So we want you to be away from any windows, an interior bathroom, interior closet. That would be the safest place to go. Now, typically with tropical tornadoes, they don't last that long. They're weak and they're brief, and hopefully this won't be on the radar much longer. Let me pull out the view, zoom out the view, and we'll go back in time to see how this has all evolved. Now, there have been some tornado warnings down east through the day today, and you can see how it's come together. Around Burgal, you start to see the couplet starting to form. You see the reds and greens button up together, especially right there. That's where we start to see the couplet together over the northwestern part of Pender County, moving towards the northwest at about 55 miles per hour. Let me clear that, and we can see the evolution. So right there, it looks pretty decent. Let's take a look at storm threats, and none of them really are showing up right there. And so we go through time. This very, very tiny compact system, but we know they could produce damage. Amy Winwith was at Monk's Corner in South Carolina yesterday, and she was showing all the damage that happened to the Hardys there and the trucks that were flipped over. So we have to be cognizant and aware that even these little spin-ups can cause a little bit of trouble. We zoom on in and we have a latest image just around a Harrells community, and there you go. We see the raindrops moving toward the radar site. The green ones, the reds are moving away. So this is where we are seeing the counterclockwise rotation, which would indicate low pressure. And Amy Winwith is saying shows 33 knots of rotation at 3,500 feet, which is the strongest rotation we've seen with the storm warned storm. So yeah, it is a little bit of a strong system. They continue the tornado warning till 2:30. That's new in the chat room, moving northwest at 20 miles per hour. So let me do a storm track. Northwest at 20 miles per hour. And see what communities are in the path. And they're all rural communities. Nothing is showing up. So let's zoom in and see there's Clear Run, there's Shanghai, there's Delway, there's the Ingold community. So if you're watching from these locations, you need to get to your safe spot and stay away from any windows again, and any flying debris. If anything hits the windows and smashes them, you won't be injured by that. There's the wider view, and that's the only couplet that we're looking at. We check down east toward Onslow County. We don't see any rotation, and neither to the south. So let me change over to the radar reflectivity, and we'll zoom on out. And let me change over to the Wilmington radar. Okay, and then we'll time lapse this over the past hour, and you can see